Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is Wildboy789, and we are back in Warhammer 2, and we've got quite the battle here today. So, just sit back, relax, and, place your bets. Did I hit a key? No, I'm good. Okay. Thought I already ruined it. So let's see the army comps here. We have me playing the dwarves, and these are long beards. I wish I could get the camera closer. The hill is not being friendly. But yeah. Long beards all the way across here. We have a Thane. That's how close I can get. Oh, jeez. Long beards, all the way across here. You get it. And out here in front, we have some quarrelers. Right, 2 units of them. Up here, I have the poking force, the gyrocopters. That's so awesome how they just sit in like a little one-person helicopter. Leading this band of misfits, we have Ungrim Iron Fist, the best lord in the game because he does not break. And the Dragonback Slayers, which are a special Slayer unit. I stick these guys together and tab them as one, so it kind of works as like a bodyguard unit. It works pretty well. And then here I have the Grudge Thrower, the regular catapult. It's got the longest range on it as opposed to cannons and stuff like that, and it flings over the lines, not through them. So we have the High Elves here. He's got an Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, which, well, let's see, how do I tilt the camera? There we go. It's kind of got a good view of up the mountain. You know, it shouldn't be hitting my short dwarves in the head. That's another thing about dwarves. I mentioned this a long time ago, like when the game first came out, that dwarves, even with like rifles and stuff, if they're fighting anything bigger than them, like, well, anything, humans, especially greenskins or whatever, they'll shoot right over their own heads. They get less friendly fire just because of their size. So here we have the Phoenix Guard. Super cool. We have Tyrion and a Mage of Life, Lore of Life. Are there any flying units? Yeah, he does. I don't want to miss those. Right here we have Swordsmiths of Hoeth, which of course can deflect arrow fire with their swords, which is amazing. And Lothran Seaguard with shields, which of course is their archer force. This guy just brought a nasty army. I highly recommend this. What kind of dragon? We have the Moon Dragon, which I believe is the middle-aged one. The young one is Sun and the old one is Star, I think. I know Star Dragon's the old one. And then we got these Dragon Princes of Calidor, which that is a beautiful deep blue on there. The shields and everything. These guys look incredible. Incredible. So, a pretty solid force there. Let's see what the enemies got to throw at us. Here we have the Dark Elves, and these will be easier to get close-ups on. We have the Dread Spears. A Dreadlord with sword and shield. Black Guard of Nagarond. And Bleak Swords. It's a mishmash of a bunch of different types of units. We got Black Arc Corsairs with hand bows. We already saw 3 Hydras. Good lord. We have Dread Shards, which are a proper crossbow unit. A Reaper Bolt Thrower to match the High Elves. Is that one unit? Yeah. And we have Black Arc Corsairs with hand bows and another Bleak Swords behind the Dread Spears. Very cool. Am I missing anything? I don't believe so. Those Hydras are expensive. Then we've got the Lizard Men, of course. We got Cold One Spear Riders. Delicious. Saurus Warriors with shields. I do want to thank this player for putting everything in a line. Saurus Spears with shields. Warriors with shields. So that, of course, is a one-handed weapon. Spears with shields. Temple Guard mixed in there. And Cold One Spear Riders again. And in the back, we have a Bastillodon with a solar engine. A Skink Priest, Lore of Heavens, good choice. I like seeing Lores of Magic you don't see often. Krokgar on foot. It's actually a very smart idea to avoid artillery fire. If you put him on a mount, he's going to get chewed up by arrows or whatever. And an Ancient Stegodon. So, let's get this thing started. Thought that was magic going off. Those lizardy tails. You'd think Zeech is on the battlefield. So who's going to move forward first? Here we go, we got the elves. Kind of stalling.
Don't skirmish.
Don't skirmish. That was when I turned off skirmish mode. For one reason. That's so I could drop bombs. Boom! Oh man. Getting a few lizard kills. We got 2. Is that it? We did a bit more damage than that. But now the helicopters are truly starting to annoy them. Here we go again. More bombs. Killing none. Knocking some over. This is still happening here. That's not how you want to take care of your cavalry. We got artillery and stuff coming down the front lines here. I'm gonna make sure I catch it. They're fully coming in now. We are harassing them a bit more. The grudge thrower is missing. Looks like the enemy would like to... Is this going to be a charge? I was going to say it looks like the enemy would like to run down the elves first. And he's going to stop. And these guys are going to make it back to safety behind the dwarven lines. Oh, we got that moon dragon breath. It's not looking so fresh for these guys. But you know, when you're losing the artillery phase, sometimes it means you just got to get into melee, and you'll start doing work. Oh man, this is what makes this game beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go take a peek at the high elves. The dwarves will be there by the time we get back, don't you worry. Notice lizard men are attacking all fronts, which is leaving the dark elves open to do whatever they want. These regular Saurus warriors are not hurting the high elves too much, the sword masters. Ah, those hydras are though. Oh. Yeah, that's happening. Elves are piling in behind. Oh my god. That was disgusting. My dwarven lines have kind of shifted. We're doing pretty good, actually. I love how they'll hold like a thin line just like this.
Is the age of reckoning!
Because the dwarves are tough and they don't run. I do recommend bringing long beards. I don't have too much experience with the lizard men. I know the temple guard will be tough though. Oh, the Dark Elves buff is going off. The hatred or whatever.
Only a fool would stay. Get out of here!
Plenty of spells coming off.
Let others die!
Those Dark Elves are gonna run.
Slay them!
Not looking so hot for them. It's this dragon tearing apart the archers in the back line. He's pretty much doing the work of 3 hydras. They are shooting that dragon. He's gonna march on forward. Not being allowed to get those free shots off. Ah! My quarrelers are focusing down the priest here. Health is still pretty good. But I noticed he was a hero unit and he was looking pretty scary. A lot of my front line was free to surround this ancient Stegodon. I'm not sure if that was a good matchup or not. My Thane is here too. Sorry about that with the mouse. You can see the damage this thing can do though. It's just solid. And I believe they throw spears. Yep.
This is the age of reckoning!
Let's go back to this front line here. There's Krokgar.
Our beards are long. We remember the wrongs caused. Now to use the mightiest! Those for the Darian worthy!
Oh, sorry, we gotta go over here. The Slayers are finally in some sort of combat. I've kept them back most of the game. They're just gonna get rid of that Hydra, along with the King. Nothing much for them to do. Mage of Life is chilling. Archers are set up over here. They have torn through a bit of my front line.
Good lass, bring
It
the
just
axe down.
appears to not be enough.
Now is the season of our discontent. By the ancestors, I'll have vengeance! The guild has a ransom of its own greatness.
Those Temple Guard are holding firm. At first I didn't see any dead dwarves, but it appears they're just knocking them back into my line. Like the dead bodies, so you can't see them. Plus you can see that shield there is kind of glitched in the ground. Might be the hill is hiding the dead bodies, but Temple Guard is holding strong, doing a lot of work. And here they are up against my Quarrelers. Those Quarrelers are out of ammo. They're just gonna do what they can.
This is the age of reckoning!
I believe the Dark Elves have left the field. And we got 5 seconds left. Krokgar is breaking. I was able to relatively leave my king untouched. But yeah, I didn't want him to die to arrow fire. I easily could have lost Ungrim and the Slayers to a lot of arrow fire, so I just kept him back, waiting to, fight a Hydra or something like that. Turned out pretty good. Great teammates, great opponents. It was just a great fun battle. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, peace. Have a great night.